Welcome to weekly messages from Spirit for the week of June 4th through 10th. If you are new to me, welcome to our channel, Speak to Spirit. I'm Julie Getzinger, and I help people who are in transition to navigate their next best steps and to realize their higher purpose and way they're meant to contribute to the world. I do offer private readings, and I have a retreat coming up on June 9th and 10th called Speak to Spirit Weekend. It's an intuition activation retreat. So I will be helping people to remember who they are, to reclaim their power, to receive the visions from the angels as to their next best steps, what they are working towards, what they're being asked to do now at this point in their journey. It also comes with my Speak to Spirit online course, which will teach you the tools for connection, like automatic writing, which is writing directly to the angels and guides, how to read angel cards, oracle cards, how to meditate, how to quiet the mind so you can hear the intuition more clearly. So if you're interested in our retreat, it's going to be in Frederick, Maryland, June 9th and 10th. This is the last one that we have on the calendar for the year. So if you've been wanting to learn with me together in person, this is your opportunity to do it. We have a couple spots left. This is a women's only retreat. However, I do work with men one-on-one as well. All right, so let's go ahead and tune in for the week of June 4th through 10th. We will start with our Psychic Tarot for the Heart cards by John Holland. I got these at the I Can Do It conference at Tampa, which was the Hay House conference, and had so many amazing things come through in that conference, many of which I will be sharing at my retreat, the different tools I learned to connect with the angels. To connect with your true self, your higher self, is really powerful. And when you learn how to do that and you do it consistently, everything feels easier, everything feels better, everything feels more joyful. And we can stop looking outside ourselves for validation that we're worthy when we feel that worthiness from within. So we'll talk more about that at the retreat. But so I'm going to pull from this deck first, the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. This is a new deck, so I'll be reading the guidebook. And if you're new to, oracle cards, angel cards, they come with guidebooks. So it's really not complicated. The way we clear the deck is by knocking on it 3 times. We take some breaths, we tune in, and then we ask for messages for our greatest and highest good. It's really not that complicated. But I teach this in more depth in my Speak to Spirit course, which will be linked below. All right, so let's go ahead and take a second to get connected, and then I will pull a card for us. Angels, guides, ascended masters, what are we being asked to be aware of at this time in regards to our heart, our relationships? What wants to come through for the week of June 4th through June 10th, please? Messages for our greatest and highest good. Messages for our greatest and highest good. Choose your battles. We got a card like this last week. All right, let's go ahead and read the meaning of this one. Choose your battles. Okay. As much as you'd like all of your relationships to be harmonious, this is not always the case. Beliefs and opinions clash, and each person struggles to validate his or her position. Sometimes it's important to take a stand and assert your convictions. However, this attitude may be misread as aggression, and the other person may push back. You then feel the need to justify yourself. It becomes a cycle of confronting and defending, which can be exhausted and damaging to the relationship. Are you currently engaged in conflicts with others or even with yourself? If so, it's time to evaluate your situation. If you believe strongly in your position and know that the outcome will serve everyone's highest good, stand your ground. If being the victor is truly not worth the discord, consider letting it go. Don't allow the desire to win prolong a battle that is unnecessary. Okay. So what I feel like this is about is if you're on this spiritual path, and you are, if you follow my channel, there can be a desire to defend our beliefs. There can be a desire for others to wake up to this realization that their life doesn't need to be filled with so much pain and suffering and hard work and just pushing and efforting, we can want to share that with people, but if people aren't in a place to receive that, they're going to push back and they're going to question, and then it can get us in a place of feeling like we need to defend ourselves, we need to defend our beliefs, whereas everybody has free will to choose what they want to choose. And the best way that you can, if you're on this spiritual path, the best way you can lead is through your own example, for your own. When you exude inner peace and joy and knowing that all is well, that helps others around you. So you don't need for them to understand what you do. I faced this as calling myself a psychic medium. I've had people tell me, don't call yourself that because it's going to turn some people away. Don't tell your, future love partner that that's what you do. And I'm like, that's ridiculous, because it is what I do and it is a part of who I am. And right there, you can see part of the human in me that is unhealed, that is annoyed when people even suggest that I not share that I'm a psychic medium. There is a desire to be like, well, F you, whereas they're just trying to protect, and they also, many times people project where they're at. So if somebody's not comfortable calling themselves a medium or themselves an intuitive, and here you are broadcasting it to the world, it could be deeply triggering to them. So they may come back and say, don't call yourself that because I haven't given myself permission to call myself yet that. That's something that's come through to me recently. And also, it doesn't matter what you call yourself. It doesn't matter that others believe what you believe. It is a knowing and a trust, and your truth is your truth, and no one can take that from you. So claim your own truth for yourself. It's an internal journey. It's not something that others need to understand or comprehend or agree with. So that's the first message. And then let's pull from the Animal Spirit Oracle here to see where we are along this spiritual path now in our collective group. So where are we now? What can we expect to come up next? Or, for this week, messages for our greatest and highest good, please. Cow Spirit, miracles are endless. Let's pull one more. Bring your ideas to life. So I'm going to tune in for these two, Cow Spirit and Electric Eel Spirit. So let me take a second here. Expect miracles, expect good things, expect good things. When you expect good things, you see good things. There are good things all around you. There are good ideas. There are good interactions. There is beauty everywhere. Look outside in nature. Look at the people that you love. Look at things that make you happy. Could be clothes, jewelry, plants, artwork, whatever lights you up and whatever you see as beauty. Appreciate that. Looking at that, appreciating that is calling the miracles towards you, which are endless. If miracles have happened before, and they have for you, what makes you think that they won't happen again? What makes you think that it's only once in a blue moon? The miracles are endless. As we expect good things arise and arrive. Bring your ideas to life. So there can be a hesitation to start. If you've been thinking about starting a spiritual business, if you've been thinking about doing something else than what you're currently doing, if you've been thinking about moving, traveling somewhere, whatever it is, bring your ideas to life. The miracles are endless. So if you have that idea, that is that inspiration. The inspiration comes from the divine. So when you follow that idea, follow that thread, the miracles will keep coming. So when it comes and is an electric, it's exciting, it's a hell yes. I can give you an example of this. I was checking my email and just kind of scrolling through, and I see this email from Kyle Gray, who I just met at the I Can Do It conference. And he said he was coming to Los Angeles to do this live event, angel card readings, meditation. It doesn't matter what this man does. It's all amazing. So I'm like, oh my God. And he's coming to my favorite place. California is one of my favorite places in the US. So he's coming to my favorite place. It's on 7/7, which is a divine number. And it was a hell yes. It was a hell yes. And we'll figure it out later. Bought my ticket right away. It sold out right away. And I was like, is a hell yes. So when those electric ideas come to you, when that invitation comes, say yes to it and figure it out later. Not sure if you're going to get childcare, you're not sure how you're going to pay for it, you're not, doesn't matter, because miracles are endless. So this is a card of abundance. When we make a decision and we take that action on that inspired step, the universe brings the miracles to us. For me, I know this is going to be a magical trip. I know I'm going to make more Soul Tribe friends. I'm going to get to see Kyle again. I'm going to get to be in that energy of the angels with all these amazing souls. Miracles, all of that is a miracle, and miracles will keep coming as I say yes to things like that. And it's the same thing with you. If you choose to be in the energy of defensiveness, defending your point, trying to prove to someone else that this is going to work. Let's say you want to start a spiritual business and you're trying to prove to your spouse that you can do it. You're trying to, you can't, because you don't know yet if it's going to be a success. And every success comes after there's some failures. So success is born from failure. So if you're afraid to fail, you're not going to reach success. It's as simple as that. There is no successful person, there is no successful business, there is no successful anything without many revisions first. A book, writing a book, there is many versions, many different people that the book baby passes through before it comes out. And even then, you don't know how it's going to be received by the world. You don't know the outcome, but you feel the inspiration, and it's a hell yes. So you start it. You start taking that action. And then when you do that, the miracles come. So those are your messages this week. Let me know how they resonate with you. Let me know in the comments below if you're getting this in our email. Send me a reply back. Let me know how you feel about these messages, if they're speaking to you. If you feel called to start a spiritual business, or you feel called to get deeper into your spiritual gifts, I invite you to consider our retreat, Speak to Spirit Weekend. It's June 9th and 10th in Frederick, Maryland. The last one that I'm going to be doing for I don't know how long. I don't have any more on the calendar for 2023. And yeah, so if this is something that calls you, make sure you answer the call and say yes. And like I said, figure it out later. We have financing options. If finance is a concern for you, I have finance options. Yeah, and if you're afraid of feeling good, which it's funny, I listened to something last night and she said, you know, the fear isn't really about failure. The fear is about success, because we're not used to feeling as good as we can feel. We're not used to feeling that feeling of absolute abundance. So since we're not used to feeling it, we will procrastinate. We will avoid taking the steps towards it because it's unfamiliar. Many of us don't let us experience the full range of joy and bliss and ecstasy that is available when you connect with your angels. Which is why I'm so passionate about what I teach, how I do what I do, and how I connect, because I know the feeling of it. And I know that it's a natural high that we all have access to. You don't need to use other substances to get high. You don't need to do anything with any other person to feel the ecstasy and joy that is connecting with the angels and the divine. So that's something that I'll be teaching. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you get notified when I release these messages every week. And I hope you have a great one. Bye.